Bastion era did not look terribly great.
He just didn't do anything on Kindred. Like the problem was, and to be fair, he couldn't.
He won't today either.
He couldn't really do anything because he was playing Kindred against a triple AD that was composition that was just poking him, and he had no way to engage. But that would be the Rise and the Corki, which have been ROX's picks, or bans rather, so far, and they're going to ban the Lulu. So the Tahm Kench is going to be available as the Nidalee and the GP are taken out. So Alistar will be the first pick this game.
Yeah, no surprise there. Gorilla's had a fantastic series. And what's it going to be? They're going to take that Elise? I think that's the best thing to do. I say absolutely take that Elise.
So they're going to take the Tahm Kench this game, which has been an SKT staple. But also the Victor is available for the first time in this series, and I imagine we're going to see Kuro take that in the next round of the draft.
Well, Kuro is like the original Victor, man. He was the one playing Victor in Korea before it caught on really
everywhere.
Yeah.
He was the original Victor player.
Yep.
So outstanding on that. Certainly his best champion.
So will be Tahm Kench.
Yeah, instant lock on the Victor.
Yep. Uh-oh. Victor Callista. That's a pretty strong set of picks there.
Yeah, especially following the Alistar too. So they're getting exactly what they want. They've had the Alistar Callista combo every game so far in this series, and it's been doing work for them.
Yep. So 2 more picks over to SK Telecom.
I go for the Ezreal again. We could see a double AD composition here, but the Corki is banned, so might be a little bit trickier. SKT has preferred to go with either Kindred and an AD carry, or Corki mid and an AD carry in conjunction with Tahm Kench.
Okay. Could definitely see it. What if you go for something like a Varus here, actually?
Could do that, for sure. Could do that.
Faker has had very good games on Varus in the past. Of course, he pretty much has good games on every champion he plays.
All right.
Quinn, though. So this may be a support Tahm Kench, then.
Could definitely be a support Tahm Kench. That would be a very weak lane, though. Tahm Kench Ezreal is pretty much a garbage 2v2 lane.
Huh.
You're basically going to put no pressure down with that combination, so they would have to really be adamant about their desire to lane swap and hope that they get it.
You know, they wanted to keep the Quinn away from Smeb too, obviously, but what do you do? What do you do now? I mean, they've got a good amount of burst. If Blank can land his cocoons, they can certainly blow someone up. Peanut does not look worried at all. He's like, sweet, easier jungler.
All right, maybe the
yes.
jungle Graves coming through with the Poppy. That would be immense teamfight burst damage from Victor and Graves together.
Yeah.
Peanut?
Thinking about it.
Yes. All right.
Sweet. And you gotta think that Peanut is gonna be pretty decent on Graves.
And the Trundle will actually round this out. So it will be Faker on mid lane Quinn.
Okay.
Against Victor. Now, we've seen Sasson try this before.
Yeah.
But without the teleport, he didn't have as much presence. And even though they wanted to put him up into a successful split push situation, they never could really make it work out. So we'll see what Faker can do on the mid lane Quinn. Needless to say, it is his first game on Quinn. Both Kuro and Faker choosing for Exhaust here to try and minimize the damage and the burst potential in the duels coming through from their counterpart.
Yeah.
And so that's how they're going to solve the situation with Tahm Kench. They have another trick up their sleeve, another AD carry to run with the Kench, and it will be the Quinn. So a very interesting composition here from SK Telecom as they head into their final game. We'll see if this Quinn can make it work. Smeb on the Poppy, and such a huge amount of damage coming out of the ROX Tigers composition. Massive burst. And we'll see what Peanut could do on the Graves. He's shown us some very good Kindred games so far this season.
Yeah, you'd think Graves would fit right in there, you know, with what he's been good on in the past. With Kindred banned at the moment, time to pick up Graves.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We both like it.
We love it.
Because it's great. That's why we like it.
It's Graves, not great.
It's great Graves. And so, it's time. SK Telecom versus ROX Tigers. Game number 3, World Championship rematch. Let's see who takes. ROX Tigers versus SK Telecom T1, and it has been an absolute pleasure to get to cast this match for you guys. And this third game It's going to be awesome. Faker on the mid Quinn.
His debut, really, professionally on this champion.
And Peanut on that Jungle Graves. Very exciting. So both teams pulling out something new this game. And if ROX Tigers win this, they will remain undefeated in match score in Champions Spring. SK Telecom with a win here would move to 3-1.
3-1.
That would tie them.
Yep, with the Tigers, except they don't have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So
that's right.
Could be important come the end of the season because you can skip around to the playoffs like that.
Yep. But
not sure what Smeb is doing right there.
I don't know what that is either, but it's kind of creepy.
It is. I mean, Poppy is just creepy.
Definitely creepy. Yeah.
I mean, her head is like the size of Quinn's torso.
That is weird. Nothing. There's very.
Can you imagine like that in real life?
Yeah.
A Yordle?
And it's terrifying because they're not really smaller. Their heads are just huge. That's all. They're short with big heads.
Gross.
Yeah. Very strange. Not quite as strange as Ryze's feet, maybe, but pretty strange. Have you seen Ryze's feet?
No.
They're massive. Like Ryze's feet are each as big as Quinn's torso.
I'm pretty sure Poppy's head is like as big as Ezreal.
It's possible. The proportions of Yordles are a little bit odd. Wow, early aggression here going on to Bang. Exhaust onto Prey to solve a bit of the damage, but Bang taking a lot. Wolf behind enemy lines, just going all in onto Prey here, trying to force some sort of summoner. They do get the summoner heal out of it, using the Ignite even. So 2 summoners used on the side of SK Telecom, 2 on the side of the ROX Tigers.
Yeah, but still a horrible trade for SKT, especially with the sustain on the side of the Tigers duo lane. And this is kind of what we expected. Pretty easy early clear here. No aggression for Peanut this time. He's not going to try and blow up Elise at the buff, or sometimes we see at level 2 from jungle picks like Graves or Kindred.
And it's a bit surprising, too, because you'd think, if anything, he'd want to pick on the new guy, you know? But maybe being the new guy himself a little bit still, he's got a bit of a soft spot for the newer junglers. He's like, you know what? I'll let him take that red buff. It's all yours, Blank. It kind of sounds like we're like swearing, but we can't say it whenever we say Blank's name. It's all yours, Blank. That's right.
Oh, Faker really putting down some damage, using that corrupting potion already, running through all 3 charges just to harass and push up the lane early so he gets a recall.
Works out. Wants to pick up
it doesn't actually go back. Slips into the river instead. He's hungry for Kuro's blood.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for like crayfish or something, because that's what you find in
the marsh.
Shallow, reedy marsh, yeah.
I mean, it's not really a river. We already discussed this. It
Definitely
doesn't go
not.
anywhere.
No. It's just, it's kind of a long leg. Whoa, Faker going in. There's exhaust onto Kuro. Blank looking for an option. Blank. Well, there was a TP coming in, so they had to call it off. Smeb threatening the teleport.
Yeah, they got the flash, though. That's actually huge.
Yeah.
So Blank didn't have to use his flash there. It was just a simple bounce forward for Faker to close the gap.
I'm too hard on Blank, you know? I'm just going to be nicer to Blank from now on.
Are you?
Maybe. I'll think about it.
I mean, he did pretty well so far. Had a nice gank.
Yeah, nice gank from Blank.
The Blank gank.
Yeah. Faker might thank. Okay. Should I stop now? I can keep going.
Thank Blank for the gank.
That's right. It was a dank gank from Blank.
It wasn't that dank.
Kind of stank.
It did not stink either. It was a mediocre gank.
Yeah, there you go. Right in the middle. Praying Gorilla pushing up this lane, which is not surprising at all.
Yeah, doing really well so far. Now even getting some damage down onto the turret. Just slowly working it down. 5 minutes here, already taking about a quarter off its health. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are at least picking up CS on the bottom side. Faker refuses to recall. So does Kuro. Healed up a little bit after the gank. But they are just using this over and over and over again to get some deep vision in and to play around the Raptors. Blank now goes and takes a camp away. Duke just doing his Tom Kench thing and farming next to his turret.
Yep. Peanut is really farming hard, harder than we've seen him farm in the jungle in quite a while, but it seems like he just wants to hit that level 6 as fast as he can and go blow somebody up.
Not playing too aggressively yet, but he doesn't have very reliable crowd control in the mid lane, so his best ganking opportunities are probably going to be bottom, but he may want to wait for Alistar to hit 6 and then try and coordinate a dive.
Yeah. Very likely. I mean, you know he's got something aggressive planned. This is Peanut we're talking about. Smeb tosses Duke against the wall, or slams him anyway. How does that work? Poppy's got a lot of power, I guess. It's a low center of gravity. That's really what does it.
Pushing the giant crayfish.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, Blank is right
catfish,
there, though.
rather. He's not a crayfish. He's not a crustacean. He's a fish.
No. He's a aquatic creature of indeterminable species.
He is whatever you want him to be.
Determinate species, that's right. He's whatever suits our jokes best. That's the real truth right there.
I mean, I have no idea why they didn't just make him a frog. He has a long tongue that he lashes out. Like, catfish don't do that. He doesn't even make, conceptually, he doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
As a catfish.
Well, like I said, he's just sort of a...
Why can't he be a Cajun frog?
He's an aquatic creature of indeterminate species. That's just what he is, all right?
Well, I don't like it.
Well, take it up with Rito.
I'm coming for you, Daniel Klein.
We know what your Twitter handle is. Blank trying to steal the blue here, but that's a brave thing to be doing on your own. Uh-oh, something's missing. But not much longer. Blue dude coming back.
Coming back to their demise.
He's out of here.
It's like,
Forget
I'm not
this.
dying this way.
I'm not dying for you, blue buff. Okay,
You're the one
we'll-
they want anyway.
That's right. Just collateral damage.
That is Graves' ultimate.
Poor little blue dude. Yep.
We're back to some high-quality passive laning.
Oh, yeah.
Doa.
That's right. Well, this is a big one. I mean, this is to decide essentially, you know, who the top team in the league is right now. So we're going to see it played a bit more cautiously, I think. It's been a great series, though.
Has been. Both games very high quality.
Yeah.
But
Definitely my favorite series of the season so far.
yeah, Peanut actually getting pretty out-farmed here by Blank.
That's because he's not used to farming. He's used to ganking all the time. He's like, I don't know the order in which to go do the camps now.
All right, well, Gorilla's 6th, and now that the bot lanes are recalling for the first time this game, this could be a good opportunity to set up a big, powerful Graves gank.
Yeah.
They have to be careful, though, because look at Faker. He's gone for the Boots of Swiftness first, and that combined with his ultimate means he's going to be really fast.
Well, Peanut taking some harassment from Blank and Wolf.
Nice pressure.
Yeah, gets the red buff anyway. Faker coming down to add into that.
That was a good opportunity for SKT just to poke their heads in and see what they could get. They definitely got some vision. They got information about where Graves was, but without Gorilla able to respond to that, it was very safe.
Oh, hello. Flash pulverize on a Wolf, knocked right back into Peanut, who hits him with the Q. Bang zoning a little bit. Prey is right there. I don't know if they can catch it. They committed a lot to that, too.
Yeah, they committed 2 summoner spells in trade for just 1, and they couldn't actually get any kind of follow-up damage.
Yeah.
As Peanut tried to get there, but didn't actually commit to using his flash afterwards to pick up the kill.
Faker pushed back a little bit in lane, but he's got the CS lead. He's doing just fine, of course.
Wow, Bang actually going for the Manamune first in this game. Another really weird decision. I just think that getting that Iceborne before finishing that is the better way to go, especially when he's been having trouble in lane as it is.
Well, if they lose this, go let Koma know that after the game. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to hear
well,
that.
That's the way Prey does it, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Prey use that build more consistently.
Yeah.
When he's been playing the blue build Ezreal as of late. And sure, you get the later power spike, but it hasn't been a problem for SKT to drag things out into the late game and even make that really big comeback in game 1. And it prevents you from hemorrhaging too many leads early on.
Sure enough.
Also, just you have more burst damage. Faker is looking to roam here with his Boots of Swiftness build. So why not just enable him to have the burst so maybe you can make a play into the bottom side. It is unlikely with the Alistar at 6, but we'll see what they do. Blank now in this bottom jungle, and here we go.
Oh, could be dive time. Prey has already lost a bit of health. Faker turning around, though. Okay. Oh, going to go in onto Kuro, a little bit of damage there, but Peanut on the job. Faker gets the ultimate out of Kuro, though, and has to use both of his summoners to escape.
He made a mistake right there. He dove in on top of the gravity field, and then you saw how fast Kuro was to drop his ult, thinking that he might have had him in a trap, but Faker with the immediate flash to disengage.
Yep. Oh, hi. Going for a ride. You know, one of the few champions I can actually see fitting into Tahm Kench's stomach. Oh, Duke. Everyone always waits till the very last second to hit that E, or not hit it at all. I guess you regen the health fast, but like still.
Well, don't want to do that, though.
Scary.
It'll definitely force him out of lane. Faker's here, though.
Yes, he is. Smeb on the run now. He's got his flash to deal with. Faker comes in, gets the snow spot. Goodbye. You are not allowed to participate in this game.
I love Poppy's ultimate. It's one of the most hilarious abilities in the game.
It is. Oh, Gorilla getting really low.
Still not using his ultimate, however.
Yep. Biding his time for the moment. Here comes Kuro and Peanut. Peanut in the jungle there for SKT. Thinking about coming from the side. Awkward. No ganking opportunities.
Nope. And Hexdrinker now finished by Faker, so he is concerned about Kuro's all-in ability. And now Peanut and Kuro really going to push this forward and try and get this mid lane turret. Gorilla here too.
Yeah.
So they will rebuff them, at least for this wave, and they're just going to go over and try and take the blue buff afterwards. But nice little window of timing to deal some more chip damage to that turret.
Yeah.
The more they can control Faker in the mid lane, because he's only having these opportunities to put pressure down and try and go to these other parts of the map. Because his mid turret's available, if he had to walk all the way through his own warded jungle after you take down the mid turret, that is kind of a disaster for this mid lane Quinn. He'd have to switch into a side lane to even be somewhat effective at that point in time. So it's really imperative, actually, that they work together to take down this mid lane turret as fast as they can to keep Faker bottled up.
SK Telecom kind of making the opposite of that happening right now. They've been pushing the vision across the map, starting the dragon.
Yeah, they don't want to do the dragon.
I have to disengage for the moment. But they have been getting some good vision in.
They have, but it's way too risky to do the dragon at the present time. Prey has that Blade of the Ruined King now, and they're just in a much better position, especially now that Peanut has the Warrior Enchant. Just a lot of damage that can come through.
Oh, Smeb could be in trouble here. He doesn't know it yet. Blank, oh, never mind. He's not in trouble.
Doesn't
Blank
want to
decided
fight.
not to engage, I guess. Huh.
Well, he was out of cocoon range, and they didn't want to commit to a flash cocoon when there's not enough damage there to necessarily get the kill.
Duke trying to push the wave up, and Smeb may have a clue that something is afoot. There are shenanigans in the works. Now he knows. Spider time. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Duke.
He's coming back.
He is. Wow, Blank goes in. What? First blood comes down, goes to Smeb, but Duke able to get the counter kill with Faker. They're going to take the dragon out of that. Well, Blank, I don't know. I don't know, man. Now they lose the mid turret.
And the dragon.
That is really awkward. Well, so that happened.
You probably don't want to gank the Poppy like that. And now they're going to get dove at the bottom side too, as Peanut just simply comes around. Wolf is going to try and get a ward in here, and he will dissuade Gorilla from a follow-up. But here comes Victor.
Yep. All right, so they get top turret. So at least they got one objective
but
for
they're
that.
going to lose 2 turrets and a dragon and trade evenly on kills. Ugly from SK Telecom.
That was a Blank moment right there.
That one stank, Noah.
I'm sure
that was a stank of a gank.
I'm pretty sure Coma saw that and went Blank. Yep.
You just have like no chance of killing that Poppy without dying.
Why would you do that? Oh, don't be a hero, Blank.
I like Duke's idea of like ulting back in, but without Faker there, it just, you can't make that play. Maybe they thought Faker was
All right.
closer.
Let's watch something really
High
embarrassing.
time for comedy. Badoink.
Well, I got this. Miss a cocoon, I'm going in.
Great flash, by the way, from Smeb.
Yep. He went in after he missed a cocoon, too. That's kind of the really horrifying thing with what Blank tried to do there.
Now, they didn't have to rush that either.
No.
In fact, like, they
Smeb's
could have.
having a great time.
He's like, did you see that? But yeah, they could have just waited for Faker.
Yep.
And just had the Tom Kench ult in later on.
Yep. See, maybe SK Telecom's plan is to let the Tigers go undefeated again this season, and then like maybe go to another IEM, and then the downward spiral begins.
They're like, we just,
I don't know.
Our strategy is for them to go to IEM and then to tilt them
That's right.
when they lose to the worst Chinese team.
The next step is to get WE to go to IEM.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, that's right. TSM's watching, and they're like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea. Man. They should have let Becky in. I'm sad. I'm a little bit sad about that.
Here comes Peanut.
Yep.
Smeb's here too.
That's right. Duke is gonna, oh, there we go. Knock up onto Duke. Duke has plenty of health though with that shield. Getting low. Kuro stopped up with the cocoon, and they're gonna finally take down Duke. There we go. All right, well, revenge for something.
It's hard to kill the catch, but
It is.
when he overextends like that, you have a lot of opportunities.
They benched the catch.
Everybody gets in on the fun, the top lane.
Yep.
And now Prey up there. They're going to use the teleport from Smeb to just get back to this bottom side, make sure they don't lose a turret and keep that advantage. There's no one in top right now to actually defend against Prey's pressure, and he has tons of wards. Meanwhile, Blank is trying to take some Raptors. He's not going to be successful.
Really wants those Raptors. All right, Smeb, a little bit of trouble, throws Wolf back against the wall, and here comes Gorilla. This could be turned around. No, at least deflecting the gank anyway.
Yeah, they
Blank
also
coming down.
forced Wolf to use his ultimate. Blank now here, bang,
Yep.
trying to rip through this minion wave with the True Shot Barrage. Faker now has to go into the mid or the top lane to deal with the pressure because Duke just simply can't keep that turret up. But having a Tom Kench at farming at tier 2 in your mid lane is pretty terrible.
Yep. Well, Prey's going to send out Severed Head to scout for him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Faker's got the exhaust onto Prey now. There's the duel. Nice flash by Prey, actually dodging a little bit of that damage, and that was just enough. Prey's chasing here. Oh, Faker trying to speed up. Faker going in. Prey with the summoner heal. Can Faker win it? He can! Wow! What a
that's
duel.
the end for him, however.
Hey, he won the 1v1, man. It's worth it. GG. Give Peanut the kill. Who cares? He got the pride on that one. He won in style points.
That was a pretty cool duel. Prey did a good job holding the heal and flashing out right when the exhaust was used in order to
Yeah.
re-engage.
Look at the praise. Look at the move. The moves. It's like,
Look at the praise.
Look at the praise. The moves. Faker. What was that? Wow, flash from Wolf to escape.
Cut off while trying to get some wards in the enemy jungle, so
Yep.
has to use the summoner just to get over the wall. And ROX Tiger still pretty comfortably in control of this game. Faker might have managed to win that duel, but didn't actually get him or the rest of his team anything.
No. Made him feel good though. He's like, if they're gonna make me play with Blank, I'm at least gonna get the sick 1v1 duel.
I don't understand why when they say like the Rift Herald has returned to the Void,
Huh?
it
Really?
shows like the Herald killing the Herald.
Yeah. Well, the Void is sort of the afterlife, I guess.
So he's just, I just think
He's offs himself.
I think it's sort of pretty
Yeah.
grim to like
No kidding.
announce his suicide. Why can't Baron come and eat him or something?
Yeah, seriously. Or, I mean, we know he doesn't herald anything. Except his own demise. And demise of the top lane turret is exactly what the Tigers want to see here.
Well, he is a Baron Herald. He's not a Rift Herald. The Rift is already here. He's not even here when the Rift is first
Right.
comes onto the game.
Maybe his name's just Herald. Maybe it's just Herald that lives in the Rift. Rift Herald. I don't know.
Good old Harry.
Good Rift Herald. They just put the family names first in League of Legends like they do here in Korea.
Yeah,
He's actually named Harold Rift. But Harold Rift, certified accountant. Oh, Smeb on the
nice
run.
block
Faker
on
tries
that.
to come in. Yeah, good W. Oh, the pillar slows him, but not enough for SK Telecom to get the pick.
That was a really good block on Faker's engage.
Yeah, well, I think he knew it was going to happen there. It was a good time to press W.
And here comes the Tahm Kench split push.
Oh, yes.
Worth noting, though, that nobody can actually kill the Tahm Kench in the split push,
Not at the moment.
and probably not for the rest of the game. So eventually, SKT hoping to put down the 1-3-1. Here's a TP.
TP coming in, Dragon taken by ROX Tigers, bang on the outside of the fight. Smeb coming around the side, Wolf a bit low. They're going to get a kill. Peanut with the first one, Peanut with a double now. ROX Tigers has SK Telecom on the run. Took out Blank, took out Wolf. More damage onto Duke. Kuro behind enemy lines a little bit. There's the exhaust. They want to get this Tahm Kench.
They can't kill him. That was a waste of exhaust.
Oh, well. It's a thought that counts. They just wanted to make sure they could take the tier 2 turret.
That's right, getting the poke up in advance, but what a
Got
terrible engage from SKT in that team fight. Faker wasn't even there when they initiated the teleport
Just split pushing.
to actually try and get that fight, and by the time Faker arrived, 2 members of his team were already dead, Wolf
Yeah.
and Blank.
Well, the level of play from SKT this game isn't quite as high as we saw in the first 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, falling to a pretty large deficit here at 20 minutes, just getting outplayed on the map, 4 turrets to 1, 2 dragons down.
Yep.
And this is definitely looking promising. The Tigers have quite a few ways to win this. And
Yes, they
SKT
do.
is going to have to run them around the map for quite a long time in a split push if they want to hope to come back into this one.
Yep. ROX Tigers looking very confident right now. And what do? Do you just keep pushing here?
Nope, just control the dragon. I mean, you already have 2 this early in the game. Here
TP
comes
coming
Peanut.
down. Now they're trying to stop Faker. Smoke grenade comes in. Faker dueling with
Oops.
Peanut. Peanut taking a lot of damage. Nice block. Wow, Smeb really saving the day there as Peanut turns around.
Oh, Smeb.
Whoa! That works.
Smeb is the hero
He
for
is.
that play. Didn't even have to flash to get in there, but totally denying the trade for kills there as Peanut started it out. Bang
Whoa.
now. Taking about 2/3 of his life from 1 death raid. You see the Thunderlord's proc there,
Yeah.
smacking him around a little bit too. And now here comes the pressure in the mid lane. Not a lot of defense right now. Wolf is really the only thing that's going to stop them from taking this turret, and that just isn't going to be enough.
Nope, SK Telecom losing their tier 2 in mid. And wow,
Smeb.
Smeb comes in again.
It's hammer time.
Ooh, that's dangerous. That is very scary if you're SKT. And now just why not take the rest of the jungle on the way out?
Yeah, you can see the vision control really falling behind without Benki in this game too. Blank not really up to the task when it comes to some of the warding. They've got a few wards down, but a lot of clearing needs to be done. Their jungle, that now that they've managed to get an angle inside, and without that, there's not really a good way for SKT to set up a split push.
Yeah. Well, what can you say? I mean, SK Telecom kind of seems to be running out of options already, and ROX Tigers look to be cruising to a pretty secure win here in Game 3.
Yeah, they do. No big errors yet, and the largest lead that they've had at 25 minutes, really, in this series so
Huge
far.
lead, yeah.
Absolutely massive. Kuro is extremely powerful at the moment.
Yeah.
Smeb's lost out on a little bit of that CS. But
Uh-oh, Peanut in a little bit of trouble. Faker comes in. It's revenge time for SKT. Wow, Peanut actually makes it out incredibly. That was very close. Two-shot Bros comes in for a bit more damage. Faker comes in while Kuro lands the kill onto Bang, and now ROX Tigers trying to turn this one around.
Smeb's
Here
here
comes
too.
Smeb. They get slowed by the pillar. Smeb really wants this one. Flash, knock up onto Faker. Faker trying to get away, but there's the exhaust. They're going to just turn onto Duke. Why not?
well, you got 5 people worth of damage on him.
Yep, should be easy to kill the Kench there. And it's Baron time.
after that, wow, they really went all in. Smeb with the flash ultimate to knock Faker up and force Faker's flash after the fact.
I love it.
And Duke just a little bit late and coming in at the wrong angle. He's tanky, but he's not tanky enough to 5v1 yet, or 1v5 rather.
Yep. And so the lead increases now up to 10,000 gold for the ROX Tigers.
Faker doing what he can, and by that I mean denying part of one minion wave, but with this kind of deficit, you really can't expect too much. There's Peanut. He looks so happy.
I'm glad the ROX Tigers are having such a great time when they play League of Legends. It is really fun to watch these guys. I don't think any team in Korea enjoys the game as much as these guys do right now.
They just got such great personalities.
Yeah, they do.
You saw in the weekly update segment earlier about Smeb singing, and these guys are always just so loud, so boisterous.
I mean, you think about, every gamer has a time in their life where you had that group of friends that you just had so much fun with, and that's like the time that the ROX Tigers are having right now. It's great to see. It's great to see in a competitive setting,
Yeah, and they're just always such high spirits. They actually had to move to like a different floor in their apartment because they were so loud. Now they like have a buffer floor between them and their neighbors.
Yep. Well, and no buffer, unfortunately, for SKT between them and the ROX Tigers as they lose that top inhibitor. Faker's just split pushing. He's like, you know what, guys? I'm just going to pad my stats. Wow. Big engage coming in for the ROX Tigers. Blank is in big trouble. Peanut destroys him with that collateral damage. And it looks like this one may not last quite as long. Faker comes in, but they're going to need a little bit more than a Quinn to win this one. And I don't see why the ROX Tigers have to stop here.
Nope.
They're just going to go for it, man. Why not? Smeb diving deep. Gorilla coming in for the knockup. There's an easy kill onto Wolf. Last Nexus turret goes down, and I got to say, I'm a bit disappointed that SK Telecom didn't want to play a straight-up best-of-3, but it is what it is, and ROX Tigers on top of the league, 4-0, GG.
That's right, knocking SKT down to 2-2 after SKT lost to Jin Air. A couple very close games at the start of the series. Great comeback by SKT in game 1, and a solid showing by the Tigers to take the reverse sweep and close it out 2-1.
Yep. And Blank's second game not going too well. Looks like Coma's not too disappointed. He's like, you're going to stay in that chair until you win a game.
Well, harsh, but you have to get your rookies experience somehow.
I guess.
It's a long season.
Yeah, I suppose.
But
it is a long season. Ultimately, this best of 5 not very impactful on either of these teams in the grand scheme of things, but
unlikely to come down to a single best-of-3 to determine where these teams are in the rankings, although if it does, it's going to look awful silly.
Yeah.
Kuro doing an immense amount of damage on this Victor, and we saw it banned the first 2 games, and with good reason. He is incredibly powerful
oh, yeah.
on the Victor.
Oh, win his